Hello, I'm Jason Payne. I head the Solutions Engineers Department at Privacera, a leader in data access and Gen AI data governance. Thanks for joining us today for a video on creating data domains in governed data stewardship, one in a technical series of videos that we like to call Hit Me With Your Best Shot, a Privacera Explains series. One of the questions that we get is how do I create data domains in GDS? So take a look at the following video. For today's episode, we're going to talk about creating data domains in governed data stewardship, GDS for short. But first, I'll give an explanation of what GDS is. In a data-driven world, shortening the cycle to access data is paramount for customers to make data-driven decisions. Data scientists and analysts spend a lot of time searching for data sets and then requesting access, and then IT becomes a bottleneck whenever they're provisioning the access. Centralized IT teams are typically smaller and they're not very close to the data, so they don't really know who should have access to the data. So they have to spend time researching to determine whether or not a user should actually receive that access. So for this problem, we've created governed data stewardship. With governed data stewardship, once your data resources are onboarded, the centralized IT team can create data domains and then assign owners to those domains. These owners are typically line of business users, the data stewards of the actual data that needs access provision. Once this data domain is assigned, then the data steward can grant access whenever requests come in. So for today, I'm going to show you how to create a data domain. If you look here, you can see the overview that has all of the different domains. And this persona is a centralized IT person. So once the data resources get onboarded into Privacera, they can go in and create the data domains. I'll click into the data domain. And from here, you can just go to create data domain. You could add a name and a description, and then that domain is created. For further description, I'm going to show this sales data domain. And we can look here at the properties of it, and you can see the description. When I click into the sales data domain, you can notice that I've already onboarded a lot of resources from across my data estate. I have the Unity catalog resources, Lake Formation, Privacera Hive, and then I'll have the sales schema, table, and then the columns within each one of those resources. To add a new resource to the data domain, you would simply click on Add. You would choose the service of the resource that you want to add, and then you can choose which resource based upon the service that you've selected. For this example, we're using Snowflake. I can choose the database, the schema, and if I want to give access to assign all resources in this schema, I can choose star, or I can be more granular and choose which table inside of this schema that I want to assign to this domain. After that, I'll add the resource, and then that resource will be part of the domain. Thank you for watching this video on creating data domains in governed data stewardship. Please join us at privacera.com for more videos in this series. Bye.